Well, greetings. I hope you're having a wonderful week. I'm Justin. You probably know that already, but I wanted to actually give you guys an exciting update on kind of where the Lord's been leading us in these past months. So some of this is going to be big news. Overall, our long-term goal of being in Italy is still intact, but the capacity in which we do that is changing, and we're really excited. And so the best way to do this for me was to record a video rather than type everything up. It would have just been too long and nobody would have read it. I hope you're compelled to watch this video to its end. We're really excited about some of the things we have to share about it. Basically, I'll try to be brief, but the past 2 years of being in Italy for us has been fantastic. It was certainly a difficult first year, a trying second, and we learned a lot about ourselves, about leading a team over there. We learned a lot about the culture, and Lord really exposed our desire to be a part of invoking positive change in the Italian culture, and so we're really excited to go back. But over the last couple of years, some of the struggles that we've had as a ministry have been trying to establish lasting change at the university in the lives of the students and people that we've been meeting in Salerno. And that's been a very difficult task, and historically in our partnership in Salerno, we've never been able to see students and individuals remain connected to what we're doing more than a year or two. And in short, some of the learnings that we've encountered has been that probably the greatest and most significant need in Salerno and in southern Italy, and probably in Italy as a whole, is for healthy evangelical churches to be established throughout Italy. So we've been trying to identify healthy evangelical churches throughout southern Italy so that as we are interacting with college students who still we see as the future leaders of Italy, we've been trying to find evangelical churches for them to connect to in their home cities because they travel from all over the region coming to this university. So when they return back to their cities, it's no wonder that they don't remain connected with us because we don't have a presence in those cities. Well, our findings have discovered that there are very few healthy evangelical churches, very few evangelical churches in general. And if you read a few posts ago, I wrote about the status of the evangelical church. I would encourage you to read that. I wrote two posts, one on just some observations of the church realities, whether that be Catholic or evangelical. I wrote that over two separate posts, so please read those. I'll link to them actually in this post. But anyways, what we realized was until there are healthy, gospel-centered, biblically faithful churches that are committed to reaching Italy with the gospel themselves as the local church on mission, we don't ever see it. We see it being very difficult to establish a healthy movement on the university amongst college students. And so Abby and I have been in a long process of seeking the Lord and what He would have us do. And He has led us to pursue planting churches in southern Italy that would work alongside with the ministry to the university. And so this is kind of an update on how God has been moving us towards pastoral ministry and church planting. And I hope to share with you clearly what the process we've been in and what we hope to do in the future. First off, we decided to interact with an organization called Acts 29. Acts 29 is a network of church planters and churches across the United States and now globally. We've really enjoyed interacting with Acts 29 with some of the vision and core values as a ministry. They're actually new to Western Europe, being led by a guy, Steve Timmis, and he's a guy that we've really come to enjoy. He's written a few books, and so we decided this might be a really healthy place for us. We feel like it's a good network to be partnered with, and so our hope is to remain on staff with Campus Crusade, but transition to becoming a part of this network of church planting. And so the last several months for us have been a process of identifying whether or not we have the skill set and the biblical qualifications of leading this sort of ministry in Salerno. And so we've been through a long, tedious assessment process with Acts 29. Where just recently we attended a 2-day conference. They call it a Church Planters Boot Camp, where we were assessed on a more deep level. and Acts 29 has determined that we are indeed qualified both in skill sets and just the biblical qualifications of being a pastor elder. And so we were really honored with that, and so we're continuing to move forward in that direction. In addition to that, I pursued an acquaintance in Orlando who I knew was a very well-respected pastor and church planter named Chan Kilgore, who I had previous relationships with just briefly in the past. And I just really wanted to ask him how he would anticipate we prepare for what's next, because this is a big transition for us in terms of our role in serving in Salerno. And so I was sharing with him about how we had to make the decision to remain in America for a season, as I mentioned in a previous post. I'll link to that as well. Just because of our financial support and also our team for this year dissipating, we knew that we needed to remain in America. So I wanted to ask him, how could you counsel us to prepare for what's next? And Chan is a guy who's a very gifted church planter, and he's actually one of the leaders and board members of Acts 29, and so I figured he'd be a great person to ask. And really humbled to say that Chan actually invited us to come to Orlando and become a part of what is called a church planting apprenticeship with him, where we'll basically be spending a lot of time with Chan, where he'd be specifically training and investing in us towards the aim of preparing us to be church planters in Salerno. Really excited about this opportunity. Chan only invests in this way with a couple guys a year, and so it really is an honor that we have this opportunity with Chan, and so we're really excited about that. And so basically we're transitioning to Orlando, where we'll continue to raise our financial support, where we'll re-engage with our old friends and church up there, and but at the same time I'll be spending dedicated time with Chan and the leadership and elders of his church, where Chan will be helping to coach and instruct and mentor us towards the aim of planting churches in Salerno. The ultimate vision in this is that we see a movement of churches planting churches throughout southern Italy. We want to establish a place where we see a healthy, gospel-centered, theologically, biblically sound church on mission to Salerno, a place where we're training Italian men to pastor new churches throughout the region, all the while partnering with the university campus in Salerno, trusting that the Lord, as He always has historically, used college students to ignite revival and bring about change. And so we're just going to continue to send teams up to the university that will partner with us in the city and in the churches that we hope to and trust the Lord to begin and to see grow. And so we're really thrilled about this. There are a lot of question marks in terms of how we move forward and with Campus Crusade, with our role in Salerno, how the team dynamics will work together. And we just don't know those things yet. But while we're here during these 8 months, we'll continue to work these things out and figure out what's next for us. So just want to thank each of you for being so supportive of us, for praying for us, for keeping up to date on what's going on in our lives and ministry. Thank you. I hope that you understand how much of a burden it is for us right now that we're remaining in America, because we really do miss Salerno, and it's hard for us to not be there investing in this way. But we also trust that God is using this time. He's made it so clear that He's set this time up for us to prepare for what's to come. And we're very anxious to know that when we do return, we'll be laying foundation that will last for eternity. And so we cannot look at this season of 6-8 months and say, Lord, why? We just have to trust and submit to His timing and know that His timing is perfect. Would you pray with us as we transition to Orlando, that the transition would be smooth, that we'd be able to engage fully in our financial support raising and in our apprenticeship with Chan. Pray that our family dynamics continue to remain strong with the kids, our 4 kids, and my wife Abby. And we're really excited about this season and are hopeful, and just wanted to give you this more detailed update. And we love you all. Thank you so much. And we pray for you and hope that you all have a great week and continue to dialogue and pray with us about this transition. Sempre Avanti. We love you guys. Miss Italy. Can't wait to get back. Talk soon.